Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
A told B and B told C, I'll meet you at the top of the coconut tree. Chicka chicka boom boom, chicka chicka boom boom. Oh, hi, you caught me. This is one of my favorite stories. It really does sound like a song. Do you know this story, Chicka Chicka Boom Boom? It's another fun alphabet book, and if you don't know it, I hope that you will find it at your library. You might check Sora or just your county library, because this book is really a fun way to practice all your letters and sounds. It has uppercase letters and lowercase letters, and it's a fun little story about the coconut tree. So I hope you'll look for it in your library. Hey, I am glad to see you here. It's Fun Friday. I'm Mrs. Hammock, and here we are in our PBS classroom, and this week we've been working on sentences and how to write. And I'm glad you're back today, because I have another great story we're going to do, but I also have some games to help us review all the things we've learned this week about sentences and word order and ending marks, and I'm glad you're back with me so that we can practice. Are you ready to get started? Great, let's warm up our brains. Good morning, great job. Okay, let's review again, what is a sentence? You guys are experts by now, so help me read it, will you? A sentence is a group of words that tells a whole idea. A sentence needs, 1, a naming part. That tells us who or what the sentence is about. We call it the subject of the sentence. 2, it needs a telling part. That part tells us what the subject is doing. We call that part the predicate. Number 3, capital letter to start. That means your sentence needs to start with a capital letter. Number 4, makes sense. A sentence needs to make sense. 5, an ending mark. Period, question mark, or exclamation point. All right, so we have the recipe for sentences, and I bet you've been practicing some great ones, but now we're gonna play a little game called Sentence or Not a Sentence. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna see if I can trick you. You ready? We're gonna read it, and then you're gonna tell me if it is a sentence or not a sentence. Okay. Is the cat, is that a sentence? Does it have all of the parts of our recipe? It doesn't. Do we know what the cat's doing or what they're asking about him? We do not. That is not a sentence. It's not enough information. How about this one? The sits here. The sits here, the who, the what? We don't know. That is not a sentence. We need more information about who this sentence is about. This sentence is about the cat. We just don't know what the cat's doing or what they want to know about him. This one, we know what they're doing, sits here, but we don't know who. So they're missing some parts. Let's look at this one. I like yams. Do you know what a yam is? I bet you'll find out. That is a sentence. The subject of the sentence is I, and like yams tells you what I'm doing. It's the telling part. How'd you do? Were you able to tell which ones were sentences and which ones were not sentences? It's really important. That is a skill that you're going to use your whole long life in school and all the time. So I hope you'll really keep practicing that. All right, I have another game for us. I'm going to move these out of the way. I was trying to keep our games all in one spot. Okay, are you ready? All right, the next game I have for you is, it's called statement, question, or exclamation. So now we're going to listen and see which punctuation mark belongs in the sentence. Oh, let's do one at a time. That way we don't get confused. Are you ready? Can a dog clap? Is that a telling sentence? Is it an asking sentence? Or is it a yelling sentence? Right, it says, can a dog? That means I don't know if he can. I need an answer. So that is a question. Good listening. You're training your ears. Okay, let's try this one. Rob throws the ball. Is that a telling or a yelling? Oh, it could be either, right? Let's call it a telling sentence for now. And then let's read this one. Kip said, quack, quack. Oh, that one is a yelling or exclamation. I said it with an excited voice. Remember, when you're reading, you want to always look at the ending mark. That's going to help you know how to read it with what kind of voice, right? And so these are not only important for our writing, but they're important to help you be a fluent reader, because then you'll know how the author wanted you to sound when you read that story. So it's good for both reading and for writing. Okay, I have one last game for us before we do some writing together. Let's see how you do with this one, okay? Remember, we talked about sentences need to make sense. That means it kind of matters what order the words are in. Otherwise, it could be a crazy bunch of words, but not make sense. Words all in a string don't make a sentence. Remember, sentences have a few rules. So let's see what I have here and see if you can help me. All right. It says here, oh, here's my sentence. Are you ready? It's a good one. Jump and Sam run can. What? No? That's not how it goes. Jump and Sam run can. Oh, it doesn't make sense? You're right, it doesn't. We have to have it make sense so we understand what the writer wants us to know. So there are some clues. Remember, I told you a sentence always starts with a capital letter. So Sam is the only word that has a capital letter, so it has to go at the first. All right, what else do you notice? Right, there's a period it should be at the end. All right, so now let's look. It says, Sam and Run can jump. No, that still doesn't make sense. Sam is our naming part, our subject, and we need to know what he's doing. Oh, he can run and jump. Sam can run and jump. Now that makes sense. Can you picture it in your mind? Yes. All right, let's try this one. Wow, you guys are really helpful. I thought I had it. Okay, let's see. Very fast I move. Not in the right order? Nope. What comes first? That's right, the word with the uppercase letter comes first. What comes next? What do you notice next? Right, it has a period. That has to go at the back. I very move fast. Does that sound right? Let's change these two around and see what that sounds like. I move very fast. Now that makes sense. Great job. I knew you were learning all these great skills about sentences. Look how much you've learned. Super. I think you are ready to do some writing. Let me move our recipe. We'll keep it close by. That way we can go back to it if we need to. And let's take a look at our draft model for today. I'm going to read the draft model, that's what it says here, and then it says use the questions to help you put the events in order. Oh, okay, so we're going to be thinking about the order of how things go. You ready? Let's read. I tied my shoes. I put my socks on. I put my shoes on. All right, here's the question. What is the writing about? So what is this about? Right, it's about putting on your shoes and socks. Which event had to happen first? So think about when you're putting on your shoes. Do you tie your shoes first before you put your socks on? No, that doesn't make any sense. So sentences have to be in order, but so do stories. So let's think about how we can change the sentences to put them in order. All right, and we're going to use some words to help us. We're going to figure out what happened first, what happened next, and what happened last. Those are sequence words. They help us to put things in order. So I'm going to write the word first. That's the first word of my sentence, so it's going to be a capital. First, all right, what happened first? We know it wasn't tying shoes. Was it putting on socks or putting shoes on? Right, we have to put our socks on first. First, I put on my, I changed the words around. First, I put on my socks. That's all right, it still works. All right, next is my next sentence. Now I want to know what comes next. After I put my socks on, what comes next? Right, I put on my shoes on. So now we're going to write that. I put my shoes on. First, I put on my socks. Next, I put my shoes on. Last, I'm going to write the word last because now I'm going to tell the last step. Last, I tied my shoes because that's the last thing you do. Last, I tied my shoes, period. Now, let's see if the order looks right. First, I put on my socks. Next, I put on my shoes on. Last, I tied my shoes. Now it makes sense. It's in the right order. Do you see how important it is to put things in the right order? Wow, you've done great writing. I hope you're writing at home. I would love it if you sent me some of your writing so I can see how great you're doing. Yeah, I would love that. Send it right here to our PBS classroom. That's all the time we have. I need to go. Goodbye now, goodbye now. The clock says we're done. I'll see you next week. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Have a great weekend.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.